This is honestly not looking very good for food stamps, otherwise known as the SNAP program, or sometimes referred to as EBT benefits, which go out to about 42.2 million low-income and fixed-income beneficiaries all across the country. And I want to share with you exactly what the USDA just sent out the other day in a letter to state agencies and what they're now saying to them, as well as I want to pop up this article in just a second so you can see and read for yourself exactly what they're talking about right here. I will talk through the details of this. I'll put it up on the screen so you can read it for yourself, and we're going to talk through all the details and what all this means here literally in the next couple of weeks. Now, I want to clarify this before we get into it any further. I am not here to scare anybody, okay? I'm here to bring you facts. I'm here to bring you information. I'm not here to instill fear in anybody. I'm not here pounding the table saying, oh, well, we need to get so scared right now. I'm not here to scare you, but rather I'm here to say, hey, if this current government shutdown situation continues much longer, we may be in a bit of a situation if you're on food stamps, okay? Again, I'm not trying to scare you. I just want to give you information as it's showing up in the headlines, okay? Now, in just a second, I'm going to pop this up and you can read it for yourself. Now, I do also want to clarify super fast. Everything I'm talking about here in this video only pertains to the SNAP program, food stamps, EBT, Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. This does not pertain to Social Security, SSDI, retirement, survivors, SSI, VA, RRB. Any of those benefits will not be impacted whatsoever. But when it comes down to the food stamp program, that's a whole nother thing, okay? Now, a few days ago, I was actually out in a separate video. Actually, it was a live stream, if I remember correctly. I was talking about some of the major changes that are coming in as of November 1st that came out of that legislation over the summer that is changing different things about the SNAP program, okay? If you didn't see that live stream, well, I can talk about it a little bit later in this video if you want me to. But there's a bunch of changes coming in as of November, as in the work requirements and the new dependent allocations and definitions, things like that. This that we're talking about here in this video is honestly totally separate of that. Yeah, a lot of things. Anyway, let's pop this up right here, right now. Here's your article. Feel free to read through this, and I'll talk through the details for you in this video. Okay, now as I've been talking about pretty much the last couple weeks here, all throughout October, I continue to say, if this government shutdown continues into November, we may see a disruption to SNAP benefits, okay? Well, just the other day in a separate video, in a live stream as well, I was saying, hey, the Speaker of the House was even out just the other day indicating this may be the longest government shutdown in the history of this country. If we continue at this trajectory, lawmakers are not agreeing right now at all. They're just arguing. Vote after vote after vote after vote is failing. They're not opening this thing back up right now anyway. Obviously, things could change very rapidly, and then we could just say, oh, never mind, this whole thing, we're fine. But based on what we're currently seeing right now, with the overall trajectory of this government shutdown, this may last into November, okay? I don't know when it's going to end. I'm just saying that. I don't know. I have no idea. It could last another 2 hours. It could last another 20 days. We don't know. Nobody really knows for the most part. All that we're being told at this moment, and as we continue to watch this play out, it's likely going to last quite a bit longer. Okay, but anyway, the USDA, which basically oversees the entire SNAP program, they sent out to state agencies. Remember, the SNAP program is federally funded, state administered, okay? So federally basically overseen by USDA, but then it's state administered. They basically just give states a bunch of money and say, here, states, you administer this program on the state-by-state level, okay? Anyway, USDA sent out a letter to state agencies and essentially told them, because of the government shutdown, we don't have money. We don't have money to pay November benefits, okay? Benefits that would go out in the month of November is essentially what I mean by that. Okay, so, what are we going to do here? Good question. Exactly. As you can see here in the article, they're talking about potential contingency plans. I've been talking about this for a while. About a year ago, we knew, based on the information and basically based on what was exposed to us, that they had about $6 billion sitting in the contingency fund. Okay, $6 billion, I'm going to be fair with you, is not enough. $6 billion does not pay all of the benefits to all the beneficiaries each month. There's about $112-ish billion that goes out to beneficiaries from this program per year. That's about 10 billion. It's actually about $9 billion a month that goes out. Okay, it's a little more than $9 billion that goes out a month. So $6 billion would be 2/3 of that. Okay, point being is that was last year. We have no idea how much money is still in this contingency fund, if it even exists in the first place. Do you see what I'm saying here? Okay, so point being is that the USDA is even acknowledging to state agencies, hey, we don't have any money. We got nothing. We're broke. We're totally broke. We don't know if we'll be able to make November benefits. Again, I'm not trying to scare you. I'm just saying, let's just keep an eye on this very closely. But based on what I'm seeing, based on what I'm reading, based on this letter administered to state agencies out of USDA, it seems to me that they might think that this is going to drag on for a bit longer. Why would they send this letter out here, middle-ish of October, and we still have, a bit of this month to go, if they didn't foresee this possibly going into November, okay? And I said the other day in a separate video, I said, I wouldn't be shocked if this government shutdown lasts until the week of November 9th, November 10th, like literally the second week of November, to get us beyond a bunch of economic data that's supposed to be coming out between now and then, literally as a way so they can suppress that data from being released. Yeah, okay, I'm just saying, I don't know. The whole thing could be over in the next 2 hours where they could come back and vote and just reopen it. I'm not sure. All I'm saying is that if this goes into November and USDA doesn't figure out how to get some money to pay out to the beneficiaries and state agencies can't administer that, we could be in a dire predicament for these beneficiaries that rely on these SNAP benefits. Again, about 42 million people. Now, I've been saying this for a few weeks now, and I'm going to say it again really quickly, which would seem kind of odd considering what I just got done saying. Please don't worry about this right now, okay? And again, I know that sounds like I'm a total nut job. Like, why would I say that? I just got done saying that they're not going to be able to pay benefits in November. Maybe. We don't know. We don't know which money is available in this contingency fund. We don't know if they're going to scratch together some last-minute money. We don't know. That's the problem. We don't know, and it apparently seems that they don't know as well. That's the scary part behind this, okay? My point being is that let's not worry about this yet. The very last week of November, okay, so the week of Halloween, obviously Halloween is on a Friday, right? Ooh, spooky stuff. But anyway, Halloween's on a Friday. Let's revisit this on like Monday or Tuesday of that week and see where we're at. Are we still within a government shutdown? Does it look like they're coming together on a deal? Does it look like they're still arguing? Where are we at on all this, okay? Let's revisit this then. All I wanted to do is just share this with you. I came across this article, I was reading it, I thought, this isn't good. I really need to share this with the community just so that you know and to be prepared for this, okay? Please don't worry about this. Don't lose sleep over it. I anticipate they'll come up with something. I don't know what they're going to do. I'm just being fair with you. I don't know. Nobody knows what they're going to do. But all I'm saying is that this could potentially be an issue, a major issue. I would anticipate that lawmakers / the administration / USDA would have enough of a conscience to say, gee, I don't know, something seems very odd about this. Should we really let 42.2 million people go for the next month here with, gee, I don't know, no food? You know what I mean? I would have to think that they would come together and say, I'm sure we can scrape together $9-10 billion to pay out these benefits for the next month so these beneficiaries don't need to essentially starve for the next month, right? I would imagine that they would come together in something, but as of right now, based on this article that I showed you, it appears that they don't know where that money's going to come from, and it seems like they don't even know what's in the contingency fund at this point, which seems very odd to me. Anyway, I hope this helps you, okay? I don't know. I'm here for you. Again, anytime that I come across data like this, I'm going to be fair with you. I don't love making videos like this and being like, let's all be prepared that we're not going to get the benefits that we essentially were eligible to receive and that they said that they're going to pay out and now they're not going to pay out, right? I don't love making videos like this. But when I come across data like this, I feel like if I were to just pass this by and not share with the community, I feel like that's a disservice to everybody, okay? That's why I share all this, so we can all at least be on the same page and understand where we're at and where we stand with all this. Kind of make sense? Anyway, stay tuned. I'm going to keep you posted with all of this. Now, if you happen to be one of the people on Medicare 70 million plus people on Medicare, or roughly 70 million people on Medicare. If you happen to be on Medicare, if you have not done so yet, we are still within Medicare Annual Enrollment. Please make sure to do yourself a favor. Call the wizards. I like to call them wizards these days because they're so fast and so good at what they do. I like to call them wizards. They're really not wizards. They're not magicians. But I like to call them magicians and wizards because they're so good and they're so fast and they have like a magic wand. Whatever it is, the power within their fingertips to just go at it on their keyboard and go through their system, navigate everything very closely and very, very quickly within minutes. If you are one of the millions of people on Medicare, if you call my partners here over at Chapter, again, free, you can see it right there, free. They're not going to ask you for a credit card, stuff like that. But anyway, if you call them and you're on Medicare, free Medicare help. But anyway, give them a call and just let them ask you a few questions to understand your situation. They're going to look through their database of over 20,000 plans across the country. They're going to whip out their magic wand, the power within their fingertips. They're going to go to work for you, and literally within minutes, they will have the plans available in your local area that fit your personal needs, whatever that happens to be, whatever kind of needs you have, whatever preferences you have, whatever you're looking for in your Medicare plan. They'll be able to find it for you and identify which is the absolute best plan for you and what you're looking for the upcoming year. Anyway, give them a call. It's absolutely amazing what they do. That's why I like to call them wizards and magicians, because they're like so incredibly good at what they do and they're fast. Anyway, feel free to bring your list of questions, by the way, and also bring your list of preferences or your wish list, in other words, is what I've been saying. Just whatever you want from a plan, tell them, and they will find it for you, okay? Anyway, after you talk to them, drop a comment down below on any video. Use the word chapter. Let me know how it goes. That's the keyword I search for, and I'd love to give you a shout out and feature you in an upcoming video. Otherwise, please subscribe down below if you're new here. Totally free. Please share this video as well down below. Share any of the other videos here on the channel in the video library. Please share that phone number with anybody you know on Medicare, friends, family members, neighbors, acquaintances, siblings, coworkers, parents, neighbors down the street, neighbors down the hall, your social media. Share that phone number. Take a picture, take a screenshot, write it down, whatever you got to do. Anybody you know on Medicare, go ahead and share that with them so they can also get some free help and guidance, making sure that they are properly covered. And then you get to be the hero. Yes. Isn't that a cool feeling? It's fun being the hero. Anyway, you get to be the hero. You get all the accolades. And then after you do that, drop a comment down below again. Use the word chapter. Let me know who you shared it with, and I'll certainly give you a shout out and highlight you in an upcoming video and probably some community posts. All right, anyway, enjoy your day. Stay tuned. I'll keep you posted the whole way along all this. Anytime we get new information, I'll bring it to your attention immediately. Otherwise, hope this helps. Enjoy your day. Stay tuned for the next video or live stream, and I'll catch you again later in the next one.